Here's an exercise to help us engage our deep abdominal muscles. I'm going to talk about pelvic floor and also the transversus abdominis. The pelvic floor is basically the muscle at the bottom of your pelvis that you're sitting on when you're sitting upright. And your transversus abdominis is a muscle that wraps around back to front like this, kind of like a corset. Okay, it's not going to create any movement of your spine. So we're coming to a hands and knees position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're grounding our feet and shins down. Now from here, I want you to imagine that you've just eaten a big bowl of spaghetti and you're gonna let your abdominal contents just kind of hang out to the best of your ability. And then from there, we're gonna use our breath. So I'm gonna use my breath to connect into my pelvic floor and into this band that wraps across my core. And I'm gonna do a little lifting of my abs without my spine moving. So we inhale here, exhale. I pull my organs up. It's almost like I'm tightening the drawstring around my pants, but without tucking or rounding my spine. And little release. And exhale, pulling up, connecting to that breath. Now we're gonna add on to make this just a little bit more challenging. So within that same theme, exhaling, try to pull the pant line to connect, and just take your one hand off, just a little hover. I can still see my shadow, the shadow of my hand. That's how small the hover is. And then lower back down with control. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting my right hand off just a tiny bit. And notice if your shins try to lift off. Stay grounded in your shins. Lower back down. Try to keep that head-tail arrangement so your head and tail are lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Little lift of your core. As you lift your hand up, your elbow can bend a little bit so there's no rotation through the shoulders or the torso. And lower back down. And one more like this. And lower. Now, to add on for something a little bit more challenging, tuck your toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, do that same core lift, that pelvic floor and transversus, and then hover your knees. Again, the smallest amount, just like an inch or two, and then slowly lower back down. Inhale, find your breath. Exhale, think about lifting your abs without rounding, and then lifting your knees. And there's a push quality through your hands. Breathe in, and exhale, lower all the way back down. Okay. So trying those exercises here, let me know how it goes for that connection of your deep pelvic floor and transversus